The sun is shining, tailgates are humming, and we're getting set for another terrific college football matchup. Glad to have you with us from Springfield, Missouri, Plaster Stadium, home to the Missouri State Bears. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Middle Tennessee Blue Raiders, facing a fellow Conference USA opponent, the Missouri State Bears. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Bears offense going to get the chance to start this game off. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Lets it fly. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. This offense has it with really good field position. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Blue Raiders! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game.
Yeah, and really nice job seeing the middle of the field, seeing I can go deep and attack the middle of the field. And you can tell he runs a post, ball's right on him, catches the football, and then gets to gallop right into the end zone for a touchdown.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So here comes the Bear offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. First play of the drive comes from the 22. They'll leave it with him. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
Now, how about that defense? In the backfield, nowhere to go right away. You could tell they were playing the run game all the way, and they got in the backfield and got the tackle for a loss.
To the ground with the back. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Pressure coming. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And the Bears will line up to punt it away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. They punt it away on 4th down. And they'll blow it dead just across midfield around the 45. So the first play of the drive starting here from the 45. Looking downfield on first down. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
Well, a great job in coverage on the back end by the defense. You just got to finish the play. That should have been a pick.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Rides the back and leaves it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
You want to end the play quickly, get in the backfield that fast, get to the guy, and get him on the ground. Nice job penetrating right from the snap, getting off the ball so quick, penetrating the backfield and making something happen.
Caught over the middle. It's Butler. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. They bring the punter onto the field now. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. So here comes the Missouri State offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Using his legs, it's Joyner. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
Clark wants to throw. Quickly complete. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Give to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. The run to the left. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
They don't believe their kicker can roll double nickels with that 55-yarder, so they'll leave the offense out there on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Takes a hit as he releases it and just spiked it right into the ground.
That is great job by this defense, coming up big on 4th down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack terror.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll try the run. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30.
Sometimes the quarterback puts that zip on it, and you can hear it. Sometimes he uses the lob wedge where it takes a little time to get there. That time, he used the lob wedge, and the defender came in and made the interception. Big play for this defense early.
He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll go right back to it.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Bears come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
You can really feel the momentum changing in this game now, can't you? The defense comes away with a massive takeaway deep in their own end. And here's the offense on the third play of this drive, getting the first down and doing it running the football. Everything seems to be shifting in this team's favor.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. At the end of the quarter, guys, it's Middle Tennessee on top. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. To fire. Here's a heat. Incomplete. Looked as if he had his man, but just a misfire from this senior.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
On third down, going up top. Got it in the middle. It's Johnson. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48. And the Bears are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
And after giving up that completion, guys, I wonder if the defense is going to decide to stay in zone or maybe mix things up, a little more man coverage, maybe blitz.
Makes the grab. It's Lawrence. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one.
Running backs nowadays, they are wide receivers. I mean, you got to feature them in the pass game. Why? Because you get matchups on linebackers like this. Great job getting the football near the line of scrimmage. Bam, break a tackle, make something happen, get 10-plus yards.
Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
On the move, it's Lawrence. They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there's been nothing going for him like you just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football, getting him out in the perimeter in space to let him go to work. He's got to touch the ball for you to come back in this game. Right now, running it, though, very difficult.
Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. He'll try to knock it through from 38 yards out. Absolutely center cut. That'll bring him to within 4. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Let's see what the Blue Raider offense can get going. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. Turning it on! Can't come in half-stepping to tackle this guy. Too much strength and power. He's up to the 25. 9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on second and short. He'll try the left side. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down on second down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on third down.
And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And Jesse, now they're hit. To running room. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. And they'll come to the line just needing a few chain links for a first down. Rides to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
You just need more from your offensive line. 2nd and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up 3rd down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. He'll grab the throw to the sideline and step out of bounds after picking up a few. And here comes the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And that one will find its way into the end zone for a touchback. Okay, guys, the Bears offense comes onto the field. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here in the 2nd drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. Clark wants to throw. Finds the tight end. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
When you're throwing these comeback routes, man, the timing has got to be so good between the two of them because you know the ball is going to be in the air a long time. You can't throw it late. It's going to get picked. That time, really nice jump.
Yeah, it's a live ball. Scoops it up, still a live ball. He'll be brought down, but he was trying with everything he had to turn that disaster into a first down and came up a little short. The Bears can really attack on this 2nd and short. He might want another play. Looking for a chunk play on 2nd and short. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. And the Bears come to the line with a new set of downs. Gonna run it. It's Lawrence. This has been happening all night. They stubbornly keep giving him the ball, and the defense is all over him. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Off play action. Keeping his eyes downfield, rolling left. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Bears. The best way I can think of to describe this cat, he's like a human get-out-of-jail-free card. He'll make it work no matter the circumstance.
And so as a defense, Reese, I mean, you've got to be aware of what this guy is doing at all times. I mean, if he's not just staying in the pocket and he takes off, you've got to have bodies flying to the football and stop worrying about these wide receivers because this guy is dangerous with his legs.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Catch in the middle, it's Lacy. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the 1st down out to the 30. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Not a lot of productivity on that last play. They'll try it again on 2nd and long from the 23. Back to pass. Quickly to the tight end. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. Pocket breaking down. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
Hunt is on its way. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. They'll move the wide receiver. Quick pass on the jet motion. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. The Bears with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Clark to fire. Quick completion on the out. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
And you've always got to be careful around the sideline to not step out accidentally. So that wide receiver did a really nice job on that route to bring the ball in while on a tight.
And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
When you run this out route, you know you're starting to get close to the sidelines. I know I got to start slowing down and find a way to drag or get one toe, a pinky toe, a big toe, whatever I can inbounds. Nice effort, nice catch, way to keep something in bounds.
They're looking to throw on 2nd and short. Caught near the sticks. It's Robinson. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
Pulls it and fires to the left. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. And the Bears want to move quickly. Caught in the backfield. It's Lawrence. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Bears! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They go to the ground. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, fellas. Perfect chance for us to put the first 2 quarters under the microscope. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And on that note, time to throw it back to our guys at the stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. The Bears will kick it away to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. First play from scrimmage here in the second half, and they'll keep it on the ground. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Catch in the middle. It's Butler. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it to the right. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Snagged in the middle. It's Lacey. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. That was a good read there. Not the biggest gain in the world, David, but take up the space they're going to give you in the zone.
Yeah, make it easy, man. Make the right decision. If he's open, get it to him, get some positive yards. Basically a run play.
Rides the back on the option, the give. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. Looking to fire. Here's the pressure. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Well, the defense knew coming into the second half here, they were going to have to crank up the pass rush, right? They've got the lead. They're going to be seeing this quarterback drop back. How can you affect him? You've got to win up front one-on-one and get home, and they did there on 3rd down.
And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. The punt team makes its way onto the field. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. There is a lot of real estate in front of this offense as the ball is touched dead at the 5.
Nice job. A little hang time, getting it up in the air. It's coming inside the 10. That thing goes inside the 5-yard line. That is exactly how you draw it up.
Pushes his way for a couple and gets it to the 7-yard line.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Clark wants to throw. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Spits it out to the back. With the catch, it's Joyner. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
One of the things I love about the passing game we've seen on offense so far here is just how good the decisions have been by the quarterback. He's not being too greedy. When the shot plays have been there, he's taken them. They've scored points because of that, but he just takes what the defense gives him, and you're just whittling away, and you're marching the ball down the field. Really good decisions by the QB.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. We've seen a ton of this tonight. They just keep giving him the ball, and he keeps running into brick walls. Not much running room again. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Off the play fake. Caught in the backfield, it's Robinson. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Now, 4th down. When you're around midfield, there's not really much of a choice. Go for it on 4th down. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Around midfield, Go for it. This isn't 1930 football. Try to get the first down. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The pull and throw off the RPO. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy first down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
And the Bears have a first down. They needed less than a yard, didn't hesitate, didn't think about the field goal, probably a little long for that, but they get the first down.
And now that you've got it and a fresh set of downs, look at where they are in the field. You're sort of in that fringe area. There are a lot of coaches that like to take shots at this specific juncture of the field. Let's see what the offense does here.
Might as well give it to him again. And he is stopped for no gain, and that will bring us to the end of the third quarter. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The delay of game pushes the offense back. The Bears trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Clark to fire. Buys a little time. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
And the Bears need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on 3rd down. Pulls it in. It's Johnson. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points.
There he goes. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9. The Bears, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. A 1st down run in the red zone. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. They'll send the tight end in motion. Wide receiver going in motion. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bears! They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And they pay off the drive with a touchdown run, but what a drive. Almost the full length of the field, 98 yards. That's how you put a drive together when you're backed up on your own 2-yard line and get 6.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because...
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. And the defense got it. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. So here comes the Missouri State offense. They want to run it left here. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. The give to the back. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. The play action fake. Under fire. Lets it fly. Throw into the end zone. It's picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Hammers ahead for a yard out to the 12. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you've got to be prepared.
Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football.
And the rush will get to him at the 25. They'll snap it from the 25 here on 2nd and long.
And they got to protect their quarterback better up front. They got to get...
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Got a man, it's Butler. They make the stop just across the 30 at the 31. It's 4th down. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Rushes on him. They got him for the sack, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
Well, at this point of the game, in the second half, down 3 possessions, you're not punting anymore, right? Every 4th down you're going to be going for, regardless of where you are on the field. The problem, defense knows it too, so they're going to play call accordingly. That time, they had a better play call on. They execute. It's just been that kind of day for this offense.
Smart move to keep it on the ground. He's loose. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
Here's the handoff. And the Bears get it past the sticks.
They needed only 1 yard. Good job by the offensive line, getting just enough push to keep this drive alive.
From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Leaves it with the running back. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They'll give it to the back. And into the end zone. They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. After not really playing their best earlier this season, people said, this team is bad. Now they won 3 in a row. This team is good. People are fickle.
Yeah, and we're probably the ones who were saying that a little bit, Reese, because they were struggling. It didn't look like they knew who they were, and they didn't have the momentum going. But now they've definitely got it together, Jesse, and they look like a different team.
They sure do, David. We know teams get better or they get worse over the course of a season. This